Joining me now here on the Rich Eisen Show is a man who is going to be putting the gloves on this weekend at the MGM Grand for a huge fight. The number one consensus pound for pound fighter, superstar, and unified WBA, WBC, and WBO super middleweight world champion, taking on Caleb Plant, Canelo Alvarez, here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, Canelo?
Very good, thank you. How are
Good.
you?
I am doing better for talking to you. Thank you so much for joining here. What does this fight mean for you this weekend?
Oh, means a lot. For my legacy, it's very important. Maybe it's the most important fight of my career because the magnitude of the fight is really important for me. So to accomplish this is huge for my country, for my team, for me. Is really important.
So what do you think your legacy is that you think that it's potentially either on the line or can be burnished with a win this weekend?
No, it's very important for my legacy because very few fighters accomplish this. So for me, being the spirit fighter, the spirit champion is really important because just five fighters in the boxing in the history of boxing accomplish. So that's why it's very important for me.
So obviously the big fight that just happened at the heavyweight level. What do you say? You're considered by many as the face of boxing right now. That your face is associated with the sport in a way that nobody else who's lacing them up is right now. What would you say to people that boxing isn't as big as it needs to be or used to be? What would you say to something like that, Canelo Alvarez?
No, I just look at my numbers. Look at my numbers, and then right, boxing is huge. Boxing is big, and for the fans of boxing, always always is good. But they talk, they say, but look at the numbers, and then we can see.
And so this weekend, as you get set to, as you say, continue your legacy, do you feel that potentially you faced Floyd Mayweather too early in your career?
Yeah, that's what I thinking about it. But yeah, I did what I did, and it is what it is. So, but I think I don't have experience right there. Uh, so young, a lot of things, but it is what it is. I learned from that fight, and and I don't take that fight like a loss,
How do you take it?
like a lesson in my life, in my boxing, because for me I learned a lot from there. The first biggest stage.
Hmm.
So really good fighter there with a lot of skills, and mentally for me I learn a lot. So it's life for me, for my life, was very important.
Who wins now? Floyd on that day or Canelo Alvarez from this coming Saturday night? Who wins that
We
fight?
never gonna know that, but I feel I can win that fight easy.
Well, I obviously you're a different human being now too, Canelo. I've got to tell you, on the All Access show, you telling your young son that it's okay to cry
Hmm.
is one of the neatest things I've ever seen. I've got two boys myself at 13 and 10. What lesson do you think you were telling your son that? That was beautiful. I'd
No, no,
love to give
no.
you more of
I
of
just
a floor on that.
that's that day I just hear him say, "Hey, I fall, and I don't cry." And it's okay. It's okay. Cry if you need to cry. Cry if something hurts and something happening. You feel you need to cry. Cry. It's okay, right? That's. I just wanna explain him. It's okay. Cry. It's nothing wrong, right there.
Yeah, and he picked up that lesson.
Yeah.
It's that it's okay to cry.
Yeah,
I know.
he got it.
When was the last time you cried, Canelo Alvarez?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I cry at commercials. I cry at TV commercials. That's the way I've gotten right now in my life.
Okay.
In the few minutes that I have left with you here, again, returning to the sport of boxing as a whole, what do you think of the Paul brothers joining boxing? What do you think of them and what they're bringing to the
It's o-
sport?
it's okay. They bring more fans to boxing, so it's okay for me. I don't have anything with that.
Okay. And, lots has been made of a guy like, say, for instance, Nate Diaz potentially leaving UFC to go to boxing. I've seen pictures of the two of you together. Is that a fight that ever down the line that's something you'd want to consider in
What
that?
fight?
Nate Diaz or anything like
No, no,
that
no, no.
from UFC. But how about taking a UFC and taking somebody that comes out and wants to get a piece of you in that regard? Would they ever want to do
The,
something like that?
you never say no, but it's now in my mind right now. Right? Not make sense for me.
Okay. What about just your future after this fight? What is your plan after a fight like this? What will
We
you?
don't know. We don't know. We 100% focus on this fight, in this fight, and then we'll see.
Okay. Well, Canelo Alvarez, I appreciate the time. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Go
You
enjoy
too.
the fight and best you
Yeah,
can. And
I will.
you already could see you already got a split lip right there, right? Is that what do you got there on your? Is that something you already got going on
No, when
before
you
the fight?
lose weight, you know, happens.
Have a good fight, sir. Thanks for coming on the show. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's Canelo Alvarez, one of the all-time greats, right here on the Rich Eisen Show.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.